Okay, so hello everyone. Am I audible? So good afternoon, sorry, very good evening for everyone. So let me share the screen. Tell me, so is my screen visible or not? And is my audio clear? Can you hear my audio clearly? So everyone is joining. Where did we stop at last class? So I see here we were building one web page, right? So what was the web page? That is about a upo.com, correct? So we had built certain blocks which belongs to upo.com, and we were continuing to build. Now we were at the middle of the page yesterday. Where did we stop, guys? So anyone can help me with that? So we were building the image and the heading and the button. We were aligning those things, right? It was from a Oppo website, correct? All right. So where are you from, sir? So actually, I'm from this country itself. Thank you, my friends. So where are you from? So what about others? Still joining? Session will start at sharp 6 o'clock, right? So until when did we stop, guys? So we have added one image, and we have one two blocks above the image. Then we have kept this line also. Okay, phone, audio, tablet, and accessory, all the things we have set, and we were building these blocks. Yesterday we decided just one or two blocks we will build, and then we will continue into the another case. So everybody able to follow? So until where we will do it, guys? Until here. Flash sale and ends in this button looking like text, but it is not a button. Okay, we need to use a container, div container, and inside that we need to put a text, right? So where did we stop at? So let me see the code in the Visual Studio. So if I go to Visual Studio, this is the code where we have stopped. Okay, so what about you? Did anyone did any updates in the output? So let me host my page. So I will come here and host my session 4. All right, so this was the output which we have got yesterday, and here where we have stopped. So anyone have took a step forward and finished this line? Is there anyone who has finished this line, guys? So it should look like this block. So where it is, it should look like this block. Okay, white color background and all the heading and paragraph and the button should be in a single line, right? So anyone completed it? Please do reply in the comment box, guys. If anyone had completed, okay, what should be the next step? So reply in the comment box, right? Okay, so let us proceed with our coding. Okay, so next, what should I align? Okay, first let me set the height and width correctly for my div box. See here, this line, this border, this image should be going out at the top, but the bottom of the image should be at the bottom itself. The bottom of the image should be inside the div, but the top of the image should be outside the div. So everybody done with it? Hmm? So let me see. So let me set the height of this is my output, right? So this is my output. Let me increase the height of my div box. So height of my div box means let me give 80 pixels and see. Save. And is it enough, guys? Give 80 pixels and look at the output. Now, is it looking same as given in the website? If I refresh, all right. So almost the bottom is inside our div. So what is left out means let me increase the height so that the image will fit perfectly. Okay, is it enough? Should we try out any other values? So try in your code and tell me, guys, quickly, is it enough or should I do something, or should I change any alignment, any heading alignment, any paragraph alignment? So you guys are doing parallelly, right? So is it enough or what? Hmm? So now we have these things in alignment. So I have the image in a way how it looks like in the website, and also the heading, right? So those are done in a single alignment. What left out is I need to align this paragraph and the last button. Paragraph and the last button. Before that, let me move this image to the right side. Okay, so before that, let me move the image to the right side little bit. So if I want to move the image, so where I have to give a margin, guys? Can you check it out in your code and tell me where I have to apply the margin in order to move the image? If I want to move the image, should I give a margin property for image or the div? Which one is better choice? So reply fastly on the chat comment, guys. So what it will be? First, let me see what happens if I give a margin for a div, that is for this block. So like that only I will say, I will come here and I will tell I want some space at the left, that is margin left. I will apply around 60 pixels. Let's see the output now. So I'll come here. So this is our website. Refresh. Okay, it has come to the left. So is it enough? Yeah, the value which we have given is enough. But to make it more perfect, let me give 70 pixels. Okay, and also I will give some padding in order to create some distance between the border and the image. So that will be another. Okay, let me see what is the thing. Margin top, margin left I have given. Margin top I have given for the image. Okay, margin padding left. Let me give 20 pixels smooth. Okay, so yes guys, please do reply in the comment section. Otherwise, I cannot know what is your pace and I cannot know at where you are getting stuck. Are you following or are you not following? I cannot get to know. So please do comment in the comment section. Be interactive. At least answer yes or no when I ask something. So all said, I have given a padding left. Let me see. Refresh. Okay, let's see. Is it working or not? So let me give 65 pixels. I don't want 70 pixels. Fine. Now, what is left out? If you see here, I need this paragraph to come at the upper side. It should get aligned with a H1. It should get aligned with a H1 and that image. So, where should I apply margin property? And should it be margin bottom or margin top? Should it be for the div or should it be for the paragraph? So where should I apply the margin in order to align the paragraph at the upper portion? So I will say, I will go to my paragraph and I'll say margin top should be 20 pixels. Now I will say margin top should be minus 70 pixels. Margin top must be minus 70 pixels. Same same value has this. Okay, same value has this. So I will save, refresh. Yes, now we are able to get this particular paragraph aligned with the H1. So what about you guys following? So let me decrease a margin left for the paragraph. Margin left I have given 240 pixels. I will decrease it to 220 pixels so that it will come and sit right next to the heading. Refresh. Okay, so where did I do the change? Okay, so fine. So now I will give a certain margin left. I have given 60 pixels. I will change it to 600 pixels. It was 620 pixels. I will change it to 600 pixels. So if I refresh, it came this side. Still, we want to decrease the distance. So I will say 570. It is 570 pixels. So if I'll come here, okay, refresh this page. All right, so again I need still lesser, so I will say 540 pixels. Refresh. Okay, it came nearer. So let me go and check it out. Is it enough or still I want to decrease the distance between the heading. If I want to, should I decrease the distance between heading and paragraph, guys? Compare it with this and this. Compare it with this. So yes, we want to slightly reduce it. So again, I will go with 520 pixels. I think finally we can give this. So refresh. Okay. So I'll come here, come here. All right. So is it enough now? So shall we proceed with the button? Okay. Now we have to arrange the button at the last. That is left out. Is it fine, guys? Shall I proceed? So everyone had followed until here. So I will come here, look at the output. See, I have given sufficient margin left for paragraph and correct margin left for heading also. So both of them is having a sufficient margin property, and which will help us to align with a image, which will help us to align with the image. Okay, so the last one we need to align is button. So look at the output, guys. So what should we do with the button now? So can I get a reply for that in a comment section? What should I do with the button? So if I go here and refresh, if I go here and refresh, okay, my button will come at this section. Okay, my button will come at the right hand side. So what can I do for that? Can I adjust it, guys? So what is the change I need to make to move this button from here to here? So what property we have given to button? So this is a property. So if you not have taken down means, please do take it down. Okay, see, for the button I have given margin left is 1000 pixels, height of 15 pixels, width of 130 pixels, font we have given. So many changes we have done for the button. As we have decided yesterday, we will build only, as we have decided that we will build only one block. This is a one block we are working now. Okay, so reduce the margin left value. Very good, correct. Because see here, we have given certain value here for this button. That is, we have given more margin left. That is, we have created more space at the left side of the button. That's why it has went to the right side. It has moved this much to the screen. So we don't want that much. We don't want that much distance. So in order to do it, what I will do is come here. What is the margin left, guys? Margin left. I have given 1000 pixels. Okay, margin left. I have given 1000 pixels. So I will reduce it by, let's say, 850. Let's do some trial and error there. If I refresh the page, okay, now the button came to the left side. So is it enough or should I increase it? Should I increase it according to the web page? So compare with the original one and tell me guys, shall we increase the margin left little bit? So how much we have given? 850. So let me give 870 and save. 870 and I will save. So now look at the output. Is it enough or not? Hmm? So if I come here, if I look at the output, go to our output. If I refresh, yes, that is enough. So here it is, and here is our output. Right? So next, what should I do? So which property should I give in order to move this button upside? Which property should I give in order to move this button upside so that it will get aligned with this image heading paragraph and here? So can I get a suggestion in a comment box? So we need to align all the things and the button should get aligned with this paragraph. Okay, how much value I should give in order to arrange it? First, check out in your system and tell me what will be the value. How much value will it be good in order to get it aligned with other elements? Right. We need to go with the margin top. Correct. So margin top means what will be the value? How much? Tell me like one range. Should it be 70 or should it be 100 or should it be less than 20? What it should be? So if I look at it, so I want to move this button into top side, right? I want to move this button to the top side. So at the top already these things have acquired the space. So if I want to forcefully move the button, if I want to forcefully move the button, how I have given a negative value, how I have given a negative value like that only. Okay, like that only I have to give it for the button. Okay, all right. So one of you have replied has minus 70 pixels. So I will come here. So I will say, I'll come here. I'll say margin top is equal to minus 70 pixels. Okay, minus 70 pixels. So I will give 70 pixels. Let's see. I will save. If I refresh the page, it is not moving. Okay, let me give some more. Let me say 170 pixels. So if I refresh, it is not moving. The button is not moving. So where I'm putting a margin top, so do I have a margin top anywhere else? Why I'm not able to move the button? That is the question. So height and all it is right, but let me give 70. Let's see what it will do. So it will move down. Yes, it is moving down. But if I give minus 70, it is not moving up. So let me say 370. Let's see. Will it reflect a margin top? Okay. So we are not able to move because These things we have forcefully adjusted. Okay, forcefully we have adjusted these things. Now we are not able to move the button. So let me take margin left around 890 and let me see, refresh. Okay, it is moving left side, but it is not moving at the top. So how can we resolve this issue? 270 also not working. Anything, it's not working at all. So what can we do here, guys? Hmm? What can we do in this case? See, I'm not able to move the button here. The button got stuck. So because forcefully we have moved another things, so we are not able to move the button to the correct alignment. Okay, so for anyone it is working. For anyone, are you able to place the button at the top side? Are you able to move the button to the top side? So anyone, guys? So let me say I will decrease margin left for the div. Let me say 5 pixels. Okay, let me change some values in other elements. All right. Okay, I will do one thing. Okay, instead of having a button, I will just quickly, I will quickly give one div here. Okay, and put entire button inside the div. Very simple. Put entire button inside the div, right? And for this div, I will copy paste the margin values. So I will put style. So margin value will be this. Let it be width, let it be color, and padding left. Everything belongs to button itself. So margin top is equal to this. So save it and see. Let's see how it is working. Can we use a div to move the button? Yes, it is moving. Okay, so as Jayant Reddy has told, let's go with just minus 70 pixels and see, come here and refresh. Okay, minus 70 is a good value, almost correct. So let me increase minus 70 to minus 90. So I will come here. If I refresh, okay, now it got aligned. Okay, so earlier I have given some margin left for this div. I have changed to 5 pixels. I will change that to 65 pixels. So finally, let's see. I think our block is ready now. Yes. Okay. So now our block is ready. Okay. I will just move to the left little bit. So instead of 890, let it be 860. Let's see. Refresh. Yes, that is enough. So what about everyone? Please do copy the same code. Okay. So sometimes what the screen height and width varies. Okay. My screen height and width varies with your screen height and width. Okay. In that case, the value might slightly be different when compared to mine. Okay. The value will be slightly lesser when compared to mine. So what you guys do is do some trial and error, but apply this property. If you cannot move some element means, if it is a inline, sometimes the margin left or margin bottom with a minus value, it will not work. Okay, in that case, what you can do is you can wrap it up quickly in one div, and you can apply, or you can move it wherever you want. You can move it wherever you want. So done. So what did I do? I just shifted margin left and margin top for the div. I just made use of a div, and for that margin left and margin top I have given, which I had earlier given to button. Shifted those two properties. Getting, guys? So what about you? Any other change or any other method? Please do tell, or please do share in the comment box. Okay, as I told, based on the way you are using, based on the property you're applying, there will be more than two or three methods to achieve a same thing in HTML and CSS. It's not that only you can make use of margin and padding property. Okay, you can use tables, you can use flex, you can use grids, etc. Okay, so many other CS HTML property you can use and make it look like same how we have here. How we have here, you can make it look like same thing in your output. Only that you should know how the things work. That's all. Right, guys? Okay. So what should be the next step, guys? So should I put a correct background color and adjust the border radius? Should I put a correct background color and adjust a background radius directly? So for which section I should put a white background radius, white color background and border radius to this div section. See how this div section looks in a original website. It is curved, right? It is curved. So same thing, I will tell, I will choose that div section. Where is it? Where all the things we have put. Okay, for this div section, I will say first thing is let me remove the border. I will remove the border. We don't need a border. See here, just for the reference purpose, we told that we will apply the border. Then we will change its background color. So let's see. Come here, background color white. Okay, and then border radius again some color. Let's say 50 pixels in my case, and save. So where am I applying? For the main div. See here, this div in the original website, this particular div is having white color background and it is not having any border. And here, see, it is not having any solid border or border outline, but the border has been curved. The smooth curve is there. So for that, I will come here. So let me tell border area is your 50% I have given. Let's see what is, how does our output look. So if I refresh, yes, our output looks like this. So everything's cool. So let me just change the width. Okay, so I have applied margin left is equal to 65 pixels, like that only. Let me apply margin right also. I'll say I will come here and I will apply margin left, sorry, margin right. That is, I want some space at the right side of a div. I want some space at the right side of the div. That is margin right, and let me tell 40 pixels. Save. Let's see. Can we get a 40 pixels of distance from the right side? So if I refresh, yes, we got it. Okay, we got a 40 pixels of space. See, the space between here and here, we have some space here also. See, they also have some space here. So according to that, we have given some space, right? So it is working. Okay, just this line is pending. Okay, so this line is pending, that we will apply it later, because we have to work on it in a different way. Until now what we have learned is this much. Okay, so we can align this picture, this heading, this paragraph, and this button. Yes, you can see it in our output. Okay, so give me 1 second. All right, so let me give more, or let me give like 60 pixels. I will save. If I refresh, okay, so that is enough. Or let me move this button little that side. Instead of 860 pixels, I will say 880 pixels. I will say 880 pixels. If I refresh, yes, it is moving. Okay, so this is how. Okay, little more we can push. Let me say 910 pixels finally. So 30 more to push the button that side. So if I refresh, yes, it got moved. So if I see, yeah, it is in the same place as original website. Right, guys? So everyone following, everyone is in this output only. So see, this is the website which we created. This is the original website they have. Okay, so it looks same as a original website. There's a website. This is what we have created. See, just some font size and some distance got varied, but apart from that, everything is safe. Okay, so here I think we have using this. Okay, so we were using this, that's why it got bigger. Now it is going out of the box. So I come here and I will again move it this side. Let's say 860. Refresh. It came inside. Again I will simplify. So let me say 840 and finalize. Refresh. Yes, that is enough. So what was, I think, according to your, okay, according to your output, what your screen have, you will be able to get the output. Okay, according to the output what you have here, or according to the output you are getting on your own screen, you need to have a this you need to have a margin left or margin right measurements. According to that, you need to give a pixels. Right, guys? Getting everyone following, everyone done until this stage. Shall we proceed? Shall we proceed? If you have any doubts, please do ask now itself. Okay. So further, if you proceed means afterwards the alignment or something will go wrong. Okay, it will be a bit difficult to change it then. That's why, guys. So everyone able to follow, guys? So shall we continue to the next block? What is our next block, guys? So if I come here, if I choose here, so we need to add this flash sale ends in these things. Okay, here this is not a button. Okay, earlier we have a same thing that is claim now. Okay, now this is not a button. Okay, it is just saying ends in this. It is just the display of numbers. Okay, and then we need to create at last these three blocks. Okay, we need to create these three blocks, then we can end this activity, then we can conclude this web page, right, guys? Okay, next, how can we start, guys? So first let me put this heading. So I will choose H1 itself. If it is too much bigger, I will adjust it by font size. Okay, okay. So I will come here. What is the heading? So let me come inside this div. All right. So let's say H1. Okay. Then what is the head? What does the heading say? The heading is telling flash sale. Write the same thing. Start with a capital F and sale. Okay. So we have a flash sale and come down. And what is next? It is telling us ends in, and then we have these things. Okay, three we have three separate containers for a different numbers. One is telling us 1 day, second one is 5 hours, and third one is mentioning the minutes, right? So we need to mention the same things. Okay, we need to mention the same things, days, hours, and minutes. So in that case, so I will come here. So let's see the output once. I will save and refresh my page. I will come here, refresh, flash sale. So I think it is bit bigger compared to the original website. Yes. Okay, what I will do is I will just change the font family. That's what we have done for this Oppo store. Okay, so we have used the H1, but it won't look that much big because we have changed its font size. Okay, in that case, so I will come to Visual Studio and then see here what is the font size we have given for the or font family we have given for the Oppo store. So where is it actually? This is the image, and these are this, and we have used one heading. So look for it. So where is it? That is in a second block itself, right? So yes, here Oppo store, and here can you see font family is monospace. Font family is monospace. Fine, guys. right? So copy the same style. Okay, we want that heading also to display in a same style, because the width, the thickness, okay, the font size is much the font size is much bigger compared to this, compared to original website. So in that case, I will come here. Where is that div? So here, inside this h1, I will paste it. I'm telling style is equal to changing the font family, the way it looks, and the font family name is monospace. The font family name is monospace. So if I look at it, come here, if I refresh, let's see how does it look. Yes, flash sale, right? Flash sale looks like this. So see here, this is the original font, and yes, it is nearer. Okay, it is similar but not exactly same. But if you get it, please do search with the font family, okay, and then give a same font family value. If you find it means it is good, more than enough. But this is more than enough for now in order to have it in our replica. Okay, so if you observe here, flash sale is having some distance. There is a distance between there is a distance between this block and this flash sale. Okay, there's a distance between this upper block and this flash sale. So what I will do is, let me let me put some margin property on the heading. Let me put some margin property on the heading. That is, that is, I will create some space at the top side of the heading, guys. I will create some space at the top side of the heading, because see, our heading has been attached to the above block. The block which is above it, it got a connect. Sorry, it is just touching the bottom of that particular div. So in order to avoid it, I will say, okay. So how does it look? So I will come here, flash sale. So let me say, okay. So I will put margin top, guys. Should I put positive or negative value, guys? Should I put positive or negative value? So I want to create some space at the top of the heading. I want to create some space at the top of the heading. In that case, so let me put 40 pixels. Will it be fine? Will it be fine? So look at here. I will save. If I refresh now, okay, yes, we have some space, but I could see here it is not sufficient. Okay, if it is not sufficient, but that is, if you compare it, if you compare it with the original website, the original website is having more distance. So give more positive value. That's all. Suppose let's say 65 pixels. Let's say I will save. If I refresh again, okay, is it enough now? Yes, I think so. Okay, so now the distance between here and here is almost same. So So to be safe, let me reduce 5 pixels and then let me continue. Okay, so so what's next, guys? What is the next step? So which element do we have next? So I will refresh it slightly, it will come up. Then next I will say ends in these things. I have to set it now. Okay, end said 1 day 5 hours any minutes. Okay, 1 day 5 hours any minutes. I can set the value. So now one by one we will work. It looks very simple. It looks very simple, but it is not that simple to adjust. Okay, it's not difficult also, but little bit work is there. How we have given so many margin values for this thing, like that only we have to change the margin value for these things also. Okay, so let's start from here. I think I will say I will put this ends in also in h1, and I will put a same. Okay, and I will put a same font family. So I will say I'll come here. Again, monospace itself, because all of these done. And at last, so what is it? It is telling ends in. So do it in the same way. Work on these things. Okay, so 1 day and 5 hours and any minutes. Okay, so let's go, guys. So ends in, let me say again, I will take one div container under this h1. First, we will create all the elements, then we will proceed with the alignment. First, we will create all these elements, and then we will work on how to put these elements in one line. Right now, this is the heading. It will not allow anything to come in this space. Okay, it will not allow anything to come in this particular space. So in that case, what I have to do, I will come here after ensign. So let me create, okay, let me create a separate div for each number. So the first div, what does it say, guys? The first div say 01D. Same thing. So I will say suppose let's say 25 pixels. Let's try it out once, or let's say 30 pixels, 20, or directly we will start with 30 pixels. and save. Refresh. Okay. See, 01D has come like this. Still we have set, we have to set the font size. We have just only set the height. Okay. How can we know the height? And what will be the width? What will be the width, guys? So let me say width should be, width should be around, for now let me take 40 pixels, and for the reference let me put a border, and which is solid border. Append border and solid border. So I'll come here, refresh, let's see. Okay, so our that div section looks like this. So certainly it is not a correct one. We have to set a correct height and width. Okay, we have to set correct height and width. So height is more, and I think width is enough. Let's see. So let me go back to my Visual Studio, and let's say height I don't want this much. Let it be just 25 pixels, and width let it be the same. Let's see now. Refresh. Okay, it got little lesser, that's all. So I will put it 20 pixels. Refresh. Okay, so let me first set the font size also. I will say background color should be black. Okay, so color of the text must be white. Okay, then what, guys? I will save. If I refresh, yes, it looks like that. My buttons looks like this. I don't need any border, so I will take out the border, solid border which I have applied. I will just take it out. I just need background color and height and width. So now if I refresh, font size, guys, can you tell me what should be the font size according to the original website? So if I want to have a font size like this, what should be the font size? Can you do some trial and error in your system and check it out? So look at the output and suggest me. So let's see. Let me tell font size. Let me say 17 pixels font size. Save. I think it we need to give more. So let me say 20 pixels for font size. Refresh. Okay, the font is not changing itself. So what about you guys? Are you able to change the font? So font size, let me check it out once again. Okay, the font size should reflect. So let me have 28 pictures and see. Is it not reflecting? Reflecting. Okay, now it is reflecting 01D. Okay. So what about my voice, guys? Am I audible clearly? For some students, they're telling that voice is not clear. Is that a case? So okay, so I will proceed. Okay, right now I think we are not having any issue over the voice and lagging like yesterday. Okay, we have worked on it. The issue has been resolved. But if you're still having it, please do mention it in the comment box so that I can notify. I'm getting confused, guys. Is it lagging or is it not lagging? If you are telling yes for lagging or yes for clear, it is clear now, sir. Okay, now clear. Okay, thank you, Imra. Sorry, Amrin. Okay, so let's continue. So let's say 28 pixels, is it? So let me say if I refresh, so now I have a thickness. Okay, so let me see what other things I can do with it instead of just giving font size. Okay, I will use a h3 tag here. Okay, so h3 01D and I will save. Okay, 01D and I will save. So if I refresh, okay, be serious, guys. Comment out only your doubts. Okay, all right. Next, okay. So next, let me say, okay. So okay, it is going out of the box. Height, width, background color I have set for my div, but it is going out of the box. Why is that? Maybe I have set height and width. So let me first remove it. Let's see. Again, afterwards I will add. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, so without height and width, it looks like this. So I will set just the width. Okay, so just the width I will set. So okay, again for some students, the telling voice is not clear. Maybe 1 or 2 seconds it happened like that. Okay, so maybe you're a bit what I can say uh, behind the online session. Okay, so I think you have joined later. So just wait for 2 minutes. It will get clearer. Okay, maybe in the middle for 2 seconds or 1 minute there is a lagging. Now I think it will be clear. Okay, all right. Because of that's why we need to join together always. Okay, so see here I have a I have a this particular h3, and now I have it inside the div. Okay, so let me increase the width for my div. So instead of 40, let me say 55. Let me say 55. So I will save. I think there is no issue with the server or my voice. Please do check with the internet, guys. Okay, it will get clearer. Okay, just wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes, it will get clearer. Maybe. Okay, it will be like that only, guys. I'm very sorry to tell that. Sometimes for just because of internet traffic, we will get a lagging or the voice problem. Okay, all right. Next, let's say if I refresh, I have a more width. So is that width enough? No, it is more. So I will come here, 50 pixels, and I will save. If I come here, refresh, okay, it is less. So let me conclude it for 45 only. Okay, if I refresh, this is the width. And one more thing I have to give, I will set the height also. Okay, so let me set the, or I will give align should be at the center. I will tell text align should be at the center, and I will say if I refresh, okay, now it came to the center. Let me set the height now. So let's say height should be height should be around 40 pixels is enough for us. So we'll come here, refresh. Okay, is it enough? Okay, let's say refresh. Okay, so let me move this heading little bit up. If I want to move that heading little bit up, again we know what we have to do. That is margin top is equal to minus 5 pixels. I will say minus 5 pixels. So I will come here, get refreshed. It went too much up. No, no, no. We want it little bit down. So I will say I just need 3 pixels up. So I will again refresh. Okay, is it enough? Okay, I guess it is enough. Okay, then just let me increase width. So let me go with 50 only, because see here in the original web page you have a smooth curve. Okay, you should not have any sharp edge. So in order to have it, so let me say I will give a border radius for that div. So let's say border radius should be, what is the, let's say 50 pixels means, let me give 20 pixels. I will save. Okay, so now look at it, go and give a output. Okay, it does look like this. Okay, so first let us set the height. Okay, so let me set the height of 30 pixels. 30 pixels is enough. Okay, still we need lesser height, so let it be 20 pixels. So we are working on this button, guys, right? So refresh, 30 pixels. Okay, 20 pixels is fine. So I will increase the width. So let it be 60 pixels of width. Okay, let it be 60 pixels of width. Okay, so I will go here, refresh, and this. Okay, is it enough or should we change anything here, guys? Is it enough or should I change anything? So look at the output, guys. So our main page looks like this. So I think I need to increase the width. So let me say 70 pixels. Let me say 70 pixels, and then let's see how does it look. So if I refresh, yeah, fine. So at last I think I have to change I have to change the height again. So it is having bit of a more height. So what is the height? Let me say it as 70 pixels. 17 pixels. So I'll say refresh. Yes. Now is it fine? So shall we proceed with this? So our button also looks almost same. Okay. So let me set the font size here also. Let me tell it as 28 pixels and see will it give us same output. Okay, it will be a bit more. So I will reduce to 26 pixels. I will reduce to 26 pixels. Then what should I do? Okay, still it is more. I will reduce to 24 pixels. Okay, so if I refresh, okay, now it is fine. So now is it looking exactly like this? Yes. Okay, maybe here and there will be a change, but it is more than enough for now. Okay, so if you look at here, if you look at here, see this button is same as this. So with the same height and width, okay, with the same height and width, we will set another buttons or another div section for 0, 4 and 43 minutes. So in that case, what I will do, I will come here and let me say I will create a whole, or I will copy the whole div. Copy the whole div. Anyway, you want all same thing. Okay, background color also same, and text color also same, height and width, everything you want a same thing. Just two letters are different from a, a earlier div. So I will control V and let me tell 04 hours. Okay, 04 hours means let me say let me say we'll say 04H. Okay, 04H. So if I go to my original website, if I refresh, I have a same thing with a different words. I have a same thing with a different words. Then what should we do next? What should we do next? That is, see, another thing. For this, we need a larger width in order to represent a minutes. In order to represent a minutes, we need a larger width. So I will copy the whole thing again. I will copy the whole thing again and paste it one before the other. Paste it one before the other. Okay, what I have to change? Just instead of hours, I will say minutes. Anything 42 minutes. Okay, and I will save for now. Okay, so if I come here, if I go here, refresh, see. Okay, so in order to look correctly, let me increase the width. So the width is how much will be the width, guys? Normally, so the width, let it be instead of 70, let it be 90 pixels of width, because if you observe in your original website, see, the width of the button is more. The width of button is more. Okay, so I will come here, refresh. Yes, fine. Okay, so if I refresh, see, 1 day, 4 hours, 42 minutes. So we are done with all this div. We are done with all this section, right? So what is left out, guys? What is what is left out? So we need to align this three things in a same row. So what should we do for that? See here, all we have is, see, these three div. Okay, so 1 day, 4 hours, and 42 minutes. Okay, we need to have these three div. Okay, so if I look here, if I look here, see, these are the code for those three things. Now we need to align these three div. Okay, we need to align these three div. So what can we do? So now I will go back. Okay, I will go back. So if I refresh, everything is fine. We will have to work with its alignment. So one by one, we will do. See here, after ends in, this 1 day should come parallel with, should be aligned with this heading. After that, 4 hours. After that, 38 minutes. Okay, in order to have it, so what can I do? Come to your code, start with a first one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I will say for first div, it should be 1 day. 1 day. So let me put which property, guys. We have already done a lot of what alignment. Okay, previous only. So we know we need to directly go for margin top property. That is, if I want to move something top side, if I want to move something top side, we need to give margin top and with a semicolon. Okay, so then what I will do, so I will tell margin. First, let me move this button to the right side, guys. See, it should align with ends in, right? So ends in 1 day, 4 hours, 42 minutes. Everything should come in one line. So in order to do it, okay, in order to do it, see here, this 1 day, okay, it should come here. So first I need to move the 1 day to right side. and move it to the top side. Two things I have to do. That is, move this one day to the right side and move it to the top side. But in order to move it to the right side, we need to give a margin left. So margin left is equal to, okay, margin left is equal to, let me say, how much do you think, guys? How much do you think? So let's say 70 pixels. Let's do some trial and error again. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I will save and refresh. Okay, still I will move. Let's say 100 and save. Okay, so refresh. Okay, it is not enough. So still I will move. So let me say 130, and yeah, if I refresh, yes. Okay, what about now? Can we move it up or should we move it still left side? So if I refresh this thing, okay, so let us once again view how much, see how much I want to move it to the right side. So where it went? Did I come too much down? Let's see. Okay, where is that block? Okay, here. Okay, so this is enough. This much distance is there. Yes, that much distance is there. Now let me move it to the top. In order to move it to the top, what is the property? What is the property name? We know if you want to move it, if you want to push anything to the top forcefully, that is margin top. Okay, so margin top is equal to negative value you have to give. Okay, so margin top means, and let's say minus 50 pixels, and I will save minus 50 pixels. So I will see, refresh. Yes, it looks like this. Okay, so little bit I will move. It is almost aligned with this heading. So how much was that? If I give minus 50, let's say minus 55 and delete this zero. So I think it will be aligned now. It will be aligned now. Refresh. Okay, so again I will come back. Let me say 52 pixels. I think we can finalize it now. Okay, right. Next, what I can do, let me decrease only one pixel, 51 pixels. So I will come here, refresh. Okay, so is it enough, guys, or anything more we want? So shall we move, shall we align the next button, shall we align the next button here? Please do reply in the chat box. So if I refresh, finally we have it here. Now we will work on how to align this 4 hours and 42 minutes. That should also come in one line. So it should be having a colon in between. We will work on the colon afterwards. But now, or let us work on the colon now itself. Okay, so what I will do is I will put some margin right. See, all right, so what I will do is, instead of that, better in H3 itself, I will give one space and I will give one colon, and again I will give one space. Is it enough? Is it sufficient? Okay, so go to this one day, give one space and give one colon and again give one space. So it will reflect the same in your system. If I refresh, okay, it won't work because it will be inside that background. So what I will do, I will come here. Okay, so if I put the colon here, it will be forcefully moved into the downside because that is a block level element. So if I do this, yes, this colon has moved into the next line. Okay, all right, we will work on that also. I will put, okay, I will put, or I will just take that colon into separate div. See, everything matters. Okay, that colon won't come in the that colon won't come inside the heading. It should be outside the heading. In order to do that, again, see here, I have taken a new div and I have put the colon inside it. You also quickly put the same thing, guys. Okay, so take the div, take one div and put a colon. Okay, so say, I will save, and if I say refresh, okay, now quickly, what I can do is I can do style. Okay, and then let me move it into the margin. Margin top is equal to, what should be the margin top? First, let us move to the margin left. So earlier margin left for the div was how much? 130 pixels, and now I will move it to 140 pixels, and then margin left I will say how much? Earlier it was, okay, margin left I have given. If I want to move into up, align with a 1 day section, so margin top, let me say again 50 pixels. Is it enough? Will it come? So refresh. Okay, where it went? It went somewhere else. So let's see where it went actually. Margin left is equal to 50, 140 pixels. I will say, let's see, refresh. Okay, it is at the top. We need more pixels. Okay, so I will say 180 pixels. Okay, so 180 pixels, and I will save. Okay, still we need to move. We are working in this dot, guys. I hope you are able to see the difference. Okay, we are working on this dot, so that dot also matters. So we need to position it correctly. So let me say 210 pixels. So I will say refresh to 10 pixels. Lastly, I will finalize for 220 pixels. Okay, so 220 pixels. So I will refresh. Yes, that is enough. Now I will move up. That is margin top. I need to give minus 50 pixels. Margin top is equal to minus 50 pixels, and I will save. So if I refresh, okay, it went little up. So I will give little less. I will say 45. So I want it to come down. Okay, so I will say okay. Still, I want it down. So let's say 40 pixels. Okay, so I will refresh. So at last, let me finalize for 39 pixels so that it will look in one line. So I will come here, refresh. Yes. Okay, now it is in one line, guys. Fine. So I think the distance is bit more, or no, it is fine. Okay. So the distance between the div and that, here it is bit more, and let me say 110 pixels, 210 pixels. Okay, so I will come here, refresh. Now it is fine. Okay, so how much I have given, like that only. See here, the distance with respect to dot here, with respect to dot, there should be a distance at the left side and the right side also. There should be a distance at the right side and the left side also. So in order to achieve it, I will put some distance at the right side of the dot. That is that is so I will say margin right side, let me have one something, that is 40 pixels of space. Okay, let me have 40 pixels of space. Okay, now look at your output. Is it working according to our original website? So if I save, okay, let's move the other button, guys. Let's move the other button. So can you do it? So can you move it and tell me how much pixels I have to move in order to get it in one line? Now it should be looking like this. See, so 1D colon and 04H and 04H. Okay, so in order to do it, see, now let's work on 04H section. So see here, see, so I want to move it. So let's say I will put some, I will come to this div, and let me say I will put first colon here. All right, where it went downside. Okay, so which section? We need to work on the 04 section, and I will come to this 20 pixels, and at last let me put one colon. No need, colon has been put already. So now let me say I need to move that particular div section, that is margin. Okay, so margin left should be, let's say, around 250 pixels, and save. Let's see. First, we will align it horizontally, then vertically we will align. Okay. So what was it? 250 is bit more. Let me reduce to 235 and save. So I will come here, 235, refresh. Okay, now let me to move it into upside. So what will be the, normally it will be margin top, it will be margin top. Okay, so when I say margin top, how much it should be? Suppose minus 38 pixels, minus 38 pixels. So if I come here, so if I refresh, okay, it almost got aligned. So I have given bit more pixels, so I will reduce it to 36 pixels. I have reduced it to 36 pixels. So if I refresh, almost aligned. Let me decrease it just 1 pixels. So I will say 35 pixels, and yeah, refresh it. It looks like this. Just I will decrease the margin left also by 2 pixels, that is 230 pixels, that is 230 pixels. So I will save. Yes, it will look like that. So still more, let me say 227 pixels, 227 pixels. So let, okay, it has, okay, 227 here I have to give from this keyboard, so then only it will work. So I will come here, and if I say refresh, yes, now it got aligned side by side. Okay, 0 1 and 4 has been aligned side by side. Getting, guys? Any confusion? I hope everyone is following. Just how we have aligned these things. Again we are aligning this. See, even though it looks simple, it is taking a lot of time. Why? Because it needs so many trial and errors. Okay, we need to give so many trial and errors. So in that case, at last we will move this, and yes, we will be done with this line. We will be done with this line. Ends in line, we will be done with that. So in order to finish it, come to the last div. Before coming to the last div, what do we have? Again, we have one dot here. We need to create one dot, guys. Okay, so that even though it is a small dot, it should be there because it is having a significance, because it is a day, hour and time, right? So we need to create that dot. So I will come here, even though it is 4 hours. Okay, so 4 hours. So let's say let me tell it as, so where is it? Of between, where does where does the dot come? It comes between this 4 hours and minute section. So come here, between 4 hours and minute section. I will open another div. I will open another div just to put my colon. Just to put a colon, we space and a colon. Okay, so I have a space and a colon. Now I have a div section just with colon there. So getting, guys? Getting, everyone? So what's next? So now we need to put it between the hours and minute section. If I refresh, so can you see here? We need to take this and put it right after this 4 hours. There is one little dot. We need to take it and put it in the 4 hours. So yes, so come here. First we need to give margin left. That is, we need to move that dot into right. So I will say style. I will say margin. Okay, so margin left is equal to how much, guys? How much? So let me say, what is the last one? 227 already we have given. Let me say 245 pixels. I want to move my dot by 245 pixels. So I will say, come here, refresh. Okay, it is not enough. So let me say 295 pixels. 295 pixels. So I will come here, refresh. Okay, so again let me say 325 pixels. 325 pixels. So again I will say refresh. Okay, it is a bit more, so I will come back. Let me say 315 pixels. 315 pixels. So I will come here, refresh. Okay, let's see, is it adjustable or what? So one thing we have to do, we have to move it to the top. So margin top is equal to minus how many pixels? So earlier how many pixels was it? So I will choose that only, 35 pixels. 35 pixels. So I will refresh. Yes, it got aligned, but not much. So I have to increase it. Let's say 37 pixels. 37 pixels. So I will save. Okay. So I will come here, refresh. Okay, almost got aligned, but let me give another 1 pixels, 38 pixels. So I will give, if I refresh. Okay, now it is getting aligned. Okay, so I will just give one more pixels for this div, that is 4 hours div. So margin top, let me say 36 pixels. Then it will get aligned. So I will say refresh. Okay, now it is aligned. So just one more, I just want to verify, is my voice clearly audible? Is my screen clearly visible, guys? Can you verify in the comment box quickly? So, are you able to follow? So let me decrease what is that, margin left. So let me say 310 pixels. Okay, so I will refresh. Okay, 310 pixels is done. Everything good? Okay, thank you for the reply. Okay, so fine, fine. Okay, so then, so where is it? Where is it? So what is the next step? We came to the last step. What is the last step? We need to get this particular div into here. We need to get this particular div into here. Okay, so how to get it, guys? How to get it? So very simple. We need to play with margin top and margin left. So first we will start off with a margin left. How? So give margin left. So how much do you think we can give? So let's predict a correct, at least a nearer value. So earlier, what was the margin left? That is 310. Let me tell it as 370 pixels. Directly, let me give 370 pixels. Let's see. Okay, so I will say, I will refresh. Okay, 370 pixels. Okay, bit more, but no worries. Almost nearer. So let me say 360 pixels from the left, and I will put margin top. Margin top should be, margin top must be how much? Minus 40 pixels. Minus 40 pixels and save. So let's see. Refresh. Okay, it is bit more, but almost we got it aligned. So 36 pixels. I will choose 36. 36 pixels. I will choose. Okay, is it in align? Okay, first let us move that bit to the left side. So instead of 360 pixels, it is 340 pixels. Okay, so I will refresh. Okay, coming this side, and 340 pixels. I will choose 330 pixels and refresh. Okay, now it got aligned. So is it enough, guys? Shall we move to the next block? So what is the next block? So margin top. Okay, so let it be. Should I work on alignment? Let's see. Is it enough or what? So let's say okay. So 1 4. Okay, I will just move 1 pixels up. So let me say 37 pixels and finalize. I will say 31 pixels and finalize. So are you able to follow the same? Okay, so now is it looking like this, guys? 1 day 4 hours 12 minutes. Ours is 1 day 4 hours 42 minutes. So are you able to follow the same? Are you able to get it aligned? All the things in one line. So all the things is in this div itself, but we have used a different div for all the buttons here. It's not a button for all the readings. For this day reading one thing, hour reading one thing, and minute reading one thing. Fine. Shall we proceed, guys? Okay. So what should be the next step? Can I get a suggestion here? So Yes, we need to create the blocks now. So this image, and another charger image and mobile image. Okay, Oppo Echo brands 2 buds and Oppo servo, and last one Oppo A78. Okay, so now can you comment it out? How can we? So I need to create a div. Okay, so should I put an image first or a heading first? Should I put a image first or a heading first? Can you tell, guys? So first I need to put the div. So should I come out of the div? See here, until here. Okay, until here everything is inside this div. Okay, so we have a class coupon, I guess. Okay, so let me check it out once. So if I click on that, yes, everything is in one div itself. Okay, the what is the class of that div? What is the class of that div? It is coupon. Everything inside the coupon div. So should I come out of that div or should I continue here itself after this 42 minutes section? Should I continue there itself or not? What should I do, guys? Okay, so Shobharani Bandi is telling first we need to put an image. Okay, we'll work on it. But where should I create a div now? Where should it come? That is a question. So should it come inside the div or outside? Check it out. See here, I have a final div. So should it come inside or outside? What it should be? So can I get a reply for that quickly? So if I want to give it in the inside of the div, okay. So will it be a correct choice? Okay, okay. So until here we have done it correctly, right? Until here, okay. Until here we have done it clearly. Can we celebrate quickly? Let's celebrate, guys. Just let's all hit the like button. Okay, not only like button, can you just give any other emojis also? Okay, just by seeing the same like button. Okay, just for the change. Okay, any other expression you can give. Okay, so because this is bit confusing, not everyone will be equally happy. Some of you will be more happy, some of you will be less happy, right? So according to your feelings, give a expression so that I can know. Or you can put an emoji in comment section also. Put it fast so that we can proceed it. Okay, so according to your emoji, I will get to know how you're feeling about today's session. Okay, only only it should be based on today's session, not what happened in your college, not what happened in your PG or home. Okay, just how you're feeling in this today's session. Based on that, think for 1 second and put a emoji. Everyone okay? So somebody is laughing, somebody is like going bit sad. Okay, so if it's possible, please do put the emoji in comment section also, guys. Okay, okay, very good. Okay, now, okay, like that only. Everyone, please do put your attendance. put your attendance with a registered name. Fastly, guys. Okay. While putting attendance, tell me it should be the next div should come inside or outside. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for your reference. I'm really happy to see that. Okay, all right. So what it will be? What it will be? Okay. So shall we put inside the div and see if it is not working means let's get it out and see. Okay. We will put inside the div and see once, and we will put outside that div and also we will see once. Okay, and yeah, let's go. So I will say div like this. What do we have in next section? Okay, so where it went? Okay, here only. I need to create boxes. One after the other, I need to create a boxes. Okay, again, create three boxes. Create three boxes, and and let's arrange it. Once we create three boxes, okay, afterwards we will work on the alignment. Okay, afterwards we will work on the alignment. Okay, so now quickly create the box, guys. How? Again, first for the reference, let me put the border. So for this div, okay, let me set the height and width. Okay, width, let it be, how much will the width be? So you can, okay, width, let it be 300 pixels, and height, let it be 150 pixels. So in that case, I will say, I will come here, style, and let's say height should be 310 pixels, and let me see, width must be 300 pixels, and height should be 150 pixels. That is enough. 150 pixels. Okay, then next, you have set the height and width. Like that only, set one border also. Border is equal to, what should I set, guys? Border is equal to solid border. Save. Okay, border is equal to solid border. Save. Okay, so what is next? Let's see the output. First we will design the layout, then we will work on the, okay, see, I have designed one layout now. Okay, I have designed one layout. So where is it? It has been aligned from there to there, 4 hours, but I need more width. See, from here to here it should extend. So let me say it as, let me give 380 pixels for safer side. So let's see. I will come and refresh. Okay, so did a mistake. Go back to 330. Here I have to change. That is 380 pixels. So I will say refresh. Okay, now it is coming. Okay, so little more. Let's say 400. Afterwards we can set it if it is too large. I can set it afterwards. So I will say refresh. Yes. Now, now. Okay. So 10 more, 10 more. Fine. Okay. Next. So what should we give next, guys? See here, we need to give. Okay, it should come little bit downwards. Okay, it should come little bit downwards when compared to with respect to the upper section. Okay, with respect to the upper section, it should come bit downwards. So in order to push it downwards, what I have to do? Very simple. If I want to push it downwards, give some space at the upper side. Give some space at the upper side. So easy. If you want to give some space, so come here. All the game is in margin and padding itself. So we will play as it is. So I will say margin top. Create me some or give me some space that is 40 pixels. 40 pixels. I will save. Yes. Okay. So 40 pixels. It is bit more. Let me go with 30 then. Let me go with 30. Okay. So again I will refresh. Okay. See, is it enough? So everybody design the layout. First, let's design this layout. Then we will work on putting things inside it and align it in single line. First, we will design the layout. All right. Okay. Next, what we have to do is same thing. Copy paste, guys. Copy this because see here. If you look at it, these layouts have a same height and width. These layouts have a same height and width. Okay. So I will say copy paste. Okay. Again, copy paste. Three times you paste. Okay, done, guys. Okay, so after that, so if I come to my output, refresh, you have a three things with the same space here. How much space you want? Now you have created three layouts where you can put a image and you can put this heading and you can put this section. All of this section you can put and you can proceed. Okay, so I think for today's session this is enough. Okay, what you need to add is image, heading, and this button and this. Okay, if you look at it, I think whole thing is a button here, right? The whole section itself is a button. Fine. Okay, so how to create it? Let's see tomorrow. Okay, starting with a button. Inside the button all these things should come. Okay, let's work on it tomorrow, guys. Okay, until this, any doubts please do ask in the comment section, or else we will wind up the session for today. Is that fine? So everybody is in the same pace. Everybody finished until here. If everybody has created three sections like me, if it is completed, then fine, right? Okay, guys. So I see there's no doubts in the comment section. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We will see each other tomorrow. Until then, take care, everyone. Okay. Bye.